Hi everybody, it's Kate. Today I'm talking about another movie, and it is called First Daughter. It is starring Katie Holmes and Michael Keaton, not as love interests as father-daughter. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the movie and I will talk about all my feelings later. Our main character, her name is Samantha. Her dad, who is Michael Keaton, is the president, and she wants to go off to college, right? But she's been like sheltered her whole life because her dad has always been in government and he's running for re-election soon. So he's stressed, his wife is stressed. She wants to go to college. So she goes to college in California when obviously they live in DC. She is like, oh yeah, we vetted like your roommate. She's supposed to be like great, blah 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 blah. We meet her. Her name is Mia. She pisses me off. This whole movie, like she becomes like the best friend. It's like the sarcastic, funny, down to earth girl who makes Samantha feel like she's just a regular person too. But it's really annoying because like at the beginning she's like, yeah, you better like not expect me to like be nice to you. And it's like, girl, her dad could call a precision airstrike onto your dorm. No, but it's crazy. Like, I was like, why is she so rude? Like, genuinely, I don't understand it. Like, I think it's trying to be like, yeah, you're not as cool as you think you are. I'm also, like, not that impressed that your dad's the president. It's like, okay, girl.
Just to let you know, don't kiss my ass. Because I certainly won't be kissing yours.
She's like on campus, she's enjoying it, but like she has a few Secret Service agents who are constantly around her, and like no matter what, they're always with her. So she was like talking to her dad because her dad is here for like he's campaigning for a little bit, so he's in California. She's like, Dad, I need you to lighten up. Like, I am my own person. I appreciate that you're trying to like save me, but I also need to be able to like be a human being. And then like her dad is like, okay, we'll lighten up the sentence a little bit. Like, so it's like she still has security guards and stuff like that, but it's like not always following her, just kind of around her. Samantha kind of gets in trouble where like she's kind of doing like fun college stuff. Like she does this like weird like water slide thing, and it's like they were like, she's crazy. And it's like one of those ones where it's like very white trashy, so I think that's kind of why they're like, that just looks lame as hell. So like he calls her and is like, hey, you did this thing, blah blah blah, and they're kind of talking, and then Mia gets on the phone and is like, Mr. President, sir, with all due respect, you should be a better parent. First of all, I cannot imagine speaking to anyone's parent this way, let alone the President of the United States. Babe, he can kill you. Like, that's what kind of bugged me with this character. I'm like, the gall of her could be endearing, but just like not to the level it is. I enjoy a character who's kind of like harsh and kind of is like, hey, I'm gonna say it like it is because you're too nice. Like, I enjoy that type of character, but for this I was like, it's a little much. It's a little much. So then like a little bit later, like press are all around the campus, and for some reason they're allowed into the dorm buildings, which is not allowed. You need like a key. You can't just go into random like dorm buildings. That's insane. That is so against like security, especially when the president's daughter is there. So like the press are like running up the stairs, and one of the security guards is like, no, stay back. And she's like trying to run, her door is locked, and then she runs down to the RA and is like, oh, I'm sorry, and it's the main love interest, and you're like, hey. And also, his name is James. So she and James go out, like, because they sneak out of the building, and she like wears like one of his hoodies, and so she looks like a man, I guess. And they go out and they're like hanging out and they're like talking, and then they have to run away from paparazzi, and it's like, Diva, just stop running. Walk into a store. Like, they're just like running down the sidewalk, and then they run into a theater. Don't pay for the tickets, mind you, and sit down. So then Mia gets upset with Samantha because Samantha gets like all the attention because she's like the president's daughter, and Mia is like jealous about it, and like someone that Mia liked was friendly with Samantha, but like didn't even do anything, just was like just introduced himself to her. And Mia gets so upset, so she goes back to their dorm, has a party there, is scribbling over Samantha's pictures of her family. Samantha goes there and is like, hey, like, what are you doing? They kind of have an argument, but like literally it's just Samantha being like, I think you might just be a little bit self-centered. And Mia is so mean. Like, I wish they made, so like I understand that they're trying to show that Samantha is genuinely like so nice and so sheltered that she doesn't understand how to deal with like people being jealous of her and like friend hardships, but I just wish she was like a little bit more upset, because like if someone treated me like that, I would be so upset and I would be so hurt. I would be sobbing like a baby. She kind of is like kicked out, and you know what happens? She sleeps on the couch in like the main area of like a dorm or something, or like a library or something. I feel like the Secret Service would be like, honey, we're gonna get you a different room. Because that's insane. Also, why does she need a dorm mate? She could just have a room to herself. I feel like the school would be chill with that. But anyways, James and Samantha go out and they hang out again, and they go to like go in the water, and he's like rowing a boat and fishing, and she has a little umbrella thing. They go to an amusement park, and then at the end of like the date, she kisses him and she's like, good night. And it's very sweet. She's so excited. Her and Mia make up. The next day, she is like, you know what? I have a special idea planned. She takes James and Mia onto Air Force One to go back to a party at the White House. James and Mia meet Samantha's parents, the president and first lady. She's like, this is my RA and my boy. And he's like, she's gonna say boyfriend. And he's like, he quickly interrupts her and he's like, it's nice to meet you. So she's like, but she's like, oh, he's probably just nervous. He's probably just nervous to meet my president dad.
This is James Lamson, my RA, and my...
Mr. President, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
So then James and Samantha dance, and he's like kind of awkward. He's like, no one else is dancing. And she's like, the National Guard could not stop me from dancing with you. And it's very sweet, but later, I am getting to it, but you guys, I'm dreading what I have to talk about next. I am dreading it. So then, like, they're like leaving the party. It was like a great gala, whatever. And James and Samantha are leaving, and then a car is about to, like, hit her, like, run into her, like, assassination attempt. And he picks her up, sprints inside, and I'm sorry, it looks a little bit funny, but, like, I understand that he's just trying to save her. So then they're running outside to, like, a second thing of, like, cars, like, in the garage basement area. She, like, hops in the car, and then he gets stone-faced and is like, Lucky Charm is secure, and slams the door on her. He's an agent.
Taking it on.
Lucky Charm secure.
He didn't even go with her. She's the only person she's the only person she knows here, and he clams the door. And she looks heartbroken. She looks heartbroken. The least you can do is go with her. You can still be an agent and still be in the car with her to protect her. So she goes back to school, and like James is still her secret agent protection bodyguard. That's the word I was thinking of. I forgot the name. But now he's like in a suit, so it's like, Diva, the cover's not working. So like he dropped the cover of it and is now just like in like a suit and is like, oh my gosh, girl, please. You could still pretend to be like a regular student. But then she's like so upset because she was like, I really liked this guy. This is the first guy I've ever liked. So she has to make him jealous by like going on dates and stuff like that, and he's just like the whole time. And it genuinely so awkward. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. She goes out and she's like, it's like Halloween or something, I think. She's out with Mia, and then she's like dancing on one of the tables, and then James punches a guy who's being creepy with her, and then takes her home, and then is like, it's so genuinely so awkward. Can I just say, it's awkward. And then the funniest thing happens. So like he helps her get to bed, right? And then so she's wearing like a wig, and he like gingerly like tucks the wig. Cause it's like that's what you would do with real hair, but it just looks so funny because it's like a wig. I don't know why it made me laugh so hard, but I was like, that's just really funny. That is super funny. And then it's really heartbreaking. He kisses her cheek and is like, sorry, I was just saying goodnight. And she's like, and then she's like talking and she's like, what if it was different? Like, what if I was somebody else and I wasn't the president's daughter? Would you still like care for me, and would that be real? And then like he finally is like, if things were different, I'd follow you around all the time. And it's like meant to be sweet, but I was like, that's creepy as hell. That's a little scary. I don't like that. So then like images of her like dancing and stuff like that are like out, and it's like, oh, she's actually like crazy. And her dad gets mad at her and like isn't even like, hey, I know I literally sent someone in your life who you kind of fell in love with, and then I did that to you. And he's not even like, hey, is this what that's about? Like, are you okay? Like, is something wrong? You've never acted like this. He's just mad at her. And that makes me so upset because it's like, genuinely, he only cares about his image. Like, he doesn't care about all the other stuff she did or what has happened. He only cares about it when it's in the news. And it's so frustrating because it's like, I love the relationship so much and I find it so sweet, but I feel like they could have done something differently where it's like, he's constantly on her ass or something like that. But no, it's only whenever she's like in the news. And then she like wakes up and she's like gonna go talk to James and mention this because it's talking about like, is she dating her security guard? I keep saying security guard. Is she dating her Secret Service? And then she like goes out to find him and is like, James. And then the guy turns around and it's not James. James got switched because he might be not a guard anymore because he let his feelings get the best of him and it's not professional. And Okay, so I have really bad face blindness. This is a side note, by the way. And this guy looks semi-similar to James. And deadass, I was like, am I stupid? And is this the same person? Like, for a split second before, she was like, oh. Like, I was, like, genuinely like, is this James? And I just have the worst facial blindness in the entire world that I thought this was a different person. But no, I was right. It is a different person. But it did take me a minute. I said, wait, is that actually him? So then her mom comes to visit her. And this part makes me mad because it's, like, she's kind of, the mom is acting like they all agreed to be president. It's, like, whenever we did this, we all made the promise to, like, have the best foot forward and, like, always look perfect and stuff, but it's like she didn't want this. She was like 14 maybe whenever he was elected. Like, she's like, you know, we're trying to win re-election, and it's like, there is no we. And then you know what the mom does? The mom is like, you should come back to DC, and it's like, you should really come back to DC and quit school. So then it's crazy because then like she's like, are you asking me to join the campaign? And then the mom's like, I'm not asking.
You're asking me to join the campaign?
I'm not asking.
And then later on the dad's like, if you're gonna act mopey, don't even be here. She doesn't want to be here. You guys made her be here. It's so insane. Like, this is the part that I genuinely disliked so much. Because it's like, she agrees. And she's like, fine, I'll go back to DC. Because my mom's like basically forcing me to go back to DC. Or like, not DC, but like to campaign. And then the dad, whenever Samantha's upset, the dad's like, why are you even here? Like, you have to be like smiling and presentable if you're going to be here. And she was like, and it's like, she doesn't even want to be. You guys made her. So then he gets reelected, whatever. Like, they kind of fix the family dynamic a little bit. The dad and her dance. It's very sweet. Then she sees James there and is like, so then they dance, and then the mom and dad dance. And then he gives her a key. And it looks like a room key, but it's supposed to be a car key. To like a car she's always wanted, whatever. They kiss like one last time, and then he goes back. And then one of the other because like now James is going to be a Secret Service agent for the dad. And one of the other Secret Service agents is like, don't fall in love with this one this time.
Just make sure you don't fall in love with this one.
She's going back to college, and then she'll be back for spring break, and he'll be there, and that's the end of the movie. I don't really have much to say. It's a rom-com. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, because if you do not, someone is going to magically appear in your life, and then you're going to find out that they're not the person that they said they are. Okay. Bye.